For the fourth time in 5 seasons, it's Randall and Arlington for the women's championship in the ACCA. Welcome to Joplin, Missouri, Ozark Christian College, everybody. Today it's the 2 seed Randall University Saints at 17-11, taking on the top seed Arlington Baptist, the Patriots at 20-6. Let's meet the starting lineups. Then we'll tell you how these two teams got here. First for Randall, the Saints. Head coach Megan Malloy in her first season, starting number 1, Kahara Mays, number 10, Morgan Fletcher, number 14, Tiffany Burns, number 22, Olivia Wells, and number 23, Courtney Jones. Now starting today for Cliff McDaniel and Arlington Baptist, it's number 1, Kira Gayton, number 5, Kayla Beatty, number 10, Deja Stanford, number 21, Carmen Williams, and number 23, Zeta Gonzalez. Randall University enters this tournament winning the semifinal game over Rama 58-50. In that game, they shot 34% and shut out Rama from downtown. The Eagles went 0 of 13. Dominating performance as usual for Arlington in the semifinals over Providence University College, 102-61. In that game, 18 steals for Arlington, 28 points for Gonzalez, 22 points for Randall from Courtney Jones in the semifinal. These two teams are meeting for the second time this season. In Arlington, the Patriots won 87-76 back on February 9th. The Patriots outshot Randall 41% to 36%. Arlington, 20 turnovers in that game, just 13 for Randall. Patriots hit 12 of 20 free throws, just 3 of 4 for the Saints. In the first meeting, it was Jones with 17, Burns 16. They led 4 players in double figures for Randall. Arlington, Gonzalez had 29 on 11 of 23 shooting, Beatty 21 and 19, and Williams with 18 and 10. It's the Saints possessing first. The open jumper missed by Wells, and here comes Stanford and the Arlington offense. Gayton in the corner, top of the key, it's Williams. Williams looking to post. Swings it out, Beatty. Beatty, that was the spot where she hit a lot of her three-pointers yesterday. Swinging it out to Gayton, airballs the 3. See if there's some nervous energy here in the early going. That was Burns looking to take the jumper. Burns had 16 in the first meeting between these two teams. Missed that one, though. Pushing is Williams. Can't get it to go, so both teams 0 for 2 here at the start. Good pace to it, though. Mays into the forward court. Mays 3 assists on the season. Top of the key to Jones. Dared to shoot, missed. Rebound controlled by Williams. Here comes Arlington. This is Gayton on the far side to the cutter Beatty, and the Patriots on the board first here in the championship. Don't forget, folks, as always, we got the YouTube chat going. You can hashtag me all you want to on Twitter, ACCA Sports. Jones driving in. Burns in the corner. The 3 an air ball, and it's going to go out of bounds. Last touched by Burns. Arlington has won the last 3 in a row. Randall, 3 straight prior to that. These two teams have accounted for the last 6 championship games. Last year, Arlington defeated Emmaus. These two rivals meeting again. Rejected was Williams from Wells. Driving in, Jones missed it short. Rebound controlled by Gonzalez. Throws full court to Williams. Had trouble with it and threw it away. So, sloppy start to this one, 2 minutes in, as the teams try to find their way. Early sub for Cliff McDaniel. Izzy Ramon coming into the game as Carmen Williams goes out. The ball deflected. Mays is there. Mays scoops it up, ties us at 2. These two teams, believe it or not, did not meet at all last year. Going is Gonzalez, too strong. Beatty offensive rebound, kicks it out. Stanford for three, no. And we're going to get a foul on the rebound on Arlington. Some seniors in this game, very familiar with this rivalry. Kayla Beatty for Arlington. Tiffany Burns. Jalen Lane. Mays and Fletcher, all for Randall. Wrapping up their collegiate careers here today for Arlington. Traveling is the call on Mays for Arlington senior Beatty. She will play on in Greenville next week in the NCAA D2 championship. Stanford into the forecourt. Swung by Gonzalez. Now it's Ramon top of the key. Back to Deja. Stanford. 3 assists a game. Shot clock is at 9. Stanford swings it out. Gayton. Beatty's going to have to hoist. She does. It's an air ball, and Arlington is ice cold at the start. Neither team exactly lighting it up right now. Here's Mays. Fletcher with the fake. Drives and scores. So Randall 4 straight. They lead at 4-2. Stanford the Beatty. Gayton up top. Gonzalez. Ramon tried to save the miss, and a blocking foul is going to be called on Randall. Back in, Carmen Williams. Sitting back down, Izzy Ramon. Underneath, no good on the first effort. Stanford at it stuffed. Stays with it. Jones, good defense. And Deja Stanford with a frustration foul. That's 2 on Arlington, 1 on Randall here just about 4 minutes into the championship game. Kahara Mays with the inbound. Fletcher, coast to coast, had it blocked by Beatty. Gayton over to Gonzalez. Beatty between the circles, takes it left. Stanford, and that'll be a kick ball. We have our first Patriots fan checking in on the YouTube chat. Hi, Netta Davis. Good to have you and everybody who's watching aboard. Arlington trying to make it a sweep here in the tournament. The men will play after this game concludes against Kansas, the second-year program in the championship game. Gonzalez from way downtown. There is a lid on the bucket for Arlington right now. Gonzalez, the long rebound, attacks, and a blocking foul is going to be called. I believe it's on Jones. Randall's second, Jones is second, so she's got to come out of the game. Izzy Bacon, who didn't play against Arlington in the first meeting, checks into the game. So Stanford to inbound, fresh 30. Beatty, too strong off the glass, burns the rebound. Randall playing great defense right now. Saints in the blue, Arlington in the gray. Mays scoops it up, short, tip for the rebound. Stanford tried to save it, she does. Gayton into the forecourt. Deja Stanford. Williams and Beatty is fouled. 3 now on Randall, 2 on Arlington. Stanford. Gonzalez flips it up. Can't get the roll. Well, we don't have stats up here, but I'd venture to guess that Arlington is 1 for about 10 right now. Stanford with the steal. In transition. Too strong. Nothing going right now for either team. That ball deflected. Last touch by Williams. It'll stay with Randall. Officials discussing things from afar. So Randall with the basketball. Into the forecourt, Fletcher, Bacon. Here's Mays. Bacon, open look for 3, missed it short. So neither team has much working right now. Gayton into the forecourt. She'll pull it out. Pass deflected. Again, good defense. Fletcher on the deflection. Wells on the steal. Here's Mays. Wells. Couple of fakes. Airballs the mid-range. Gonzalez on the far side of your screen. Gayton to Beatty. Beatty trying to back down, draws the foul, and we'll see if they give her 2 shots or not. That's team foul number 4 on Randall. Izzy Ramon checking back in for Arlington, replacing Stanford. So no shot, just an inbound. Beatty swings it out. Gonzalez catch and shoot. The rainbow, yes. Gonzalez with 29 in the first meeting between these two teams on the regular season, 41% from 3. And yesterday she was 9 of 14 shooting, 8 of 11 from behind the arc. Arlington forcing the turnover here. Timeout by Randall. 3:21 left to go. Low scoring start to the championship game. We'll be back. Chris Shima glad to be back with you out of the timeout. It's Arlington with the basketball, leading it 5-4. Gayton into the forecourt. Pressure from Fletcher. Williams underneath. It's Gonzalez, and she got hit by Burns. 5 team fouls on Randall already with 3:12 to go. Just 2 for Arlington. Gonzalez, 75% free throw shooter, swishes through the first one. Rihanna Jones coming into the game for Arlington. And it looks like Beatty gets a break. Gonzalez, perfect so far in this tournament. She's 4 out of 4, 7-4 now. Arlington by 3. Defensive battle. Fletcher with the crossover. Takes it left. Too strong off the glass. Rebound by Ramon. Here's Gonzalez throwing it up. Trying to draw contact. A wild shot. Fletcher looks to push. Mays to Fletcher. Swung over to Burns. Burns from deep. Yes. We are tied at 7. Tiffany Burns, just a 29% three-point shooter. In transition, Williams will go to the line. Burns hit 7 of 8 shots yesterday, including 2 out of 2 from downtown in the semifinal win against Rama. At the line, Carmen Williams, 75% free throw shooter, giving her team the lead. Carmen yesterday, 17 points, 3 out of 5 from the charity stripe. She's now 5 for 7 here in the tournament. 2-point game. Morgan Fletcher into the forecourt, averaging just under 14 a game. Bacon all alone. Instead opts to slow things down. Here's Burns spinning. Out to Fletcher, steps left. Close to a travel. Hits it over to Wells, who hits the mid-range jumper. Tied at 9 apiece. Gonzalez up top. Here's a 3 from Jones. Can't get it. Jones came in just 0 for 1 during the regular season from behind the arc, so not really her game. Inside 2 to play in a low-scoring championship. Mays for 3, a contested shot that goes in. Kahara Mays, 41% from behind the arc on the season. Yesterday she struggled 0 for 6. Mays had 8 points in the first meeting between these two teams. Now it's a steal. Fletcher, 2-on-2. Mays will back it out. Got to get out of the corner. She does. Here's Wells. In the corner, it's Fletcher for 3. Gonzalez with the fake, spinning, dumps it off to Jones. Defender came to help. Beautiful pass and the finish by Jones. So the offense starting to pick up for both of these teams. Like I said, some nerves to be expected. Catch and shoot for Burns. Short on the iron. Long throw out goes to Zeta. Gonzalez in and out. Got it back. Can't get it to go. And a foul's going to be called, I believe, on Wells. Arlington's in the bonus. Gonzalez back at the line. Ties us at 12. First miss of the tournament for Zeta. Even Steven at 12 apiece. About 11-second difference between game and shot clock, so Arlington will get another crack at it. Fletcher to Burns. Wells, Mays. Bacon, catch and shoot. The rainbow shot, no. Rebound by Williams. Arlington can hold here. It's not their MO, though. Mays deflects it out. 18.6 left to go. Arlington with 102 points yesterday. In the first quarter alone, they had 35. Randall eliminating them to 12. Same, by the way, can be said for Arlington's defense here in this first quarter. Stepping into a 3, Gonzalez. Around the rim, no. Arlington saves it, though. It's Williams firing at the buzzer. Gayton can't get it to go. 1 quarter in the books. A defensive battle between these two rivals. Would you expect nothing less? Championship game will come back here from Joplin in just a little. Second quarter underway here in the championship game on the women's side. Arlington men taking on Kansas coming up after this one's over. Nothing decided after 10 minutes. Even Steven. Chris Sheeman, glad to be back with you. Ramon throws it away. Coming up with the steal is Tiffany Burns. Averages over 1 a game. Burns will inbound it off the deflection. Mays is guarded by Ramon in the man-to-man. Bacon over to Fletcher for 3. Couldn't get it. Offensive rebound by Chalfant. Turnaround shot. Chalfant, yes. Gives Randall the lead, 14-12. Maddie Chalfant, 10 points against Arlington in the first meeting off the bench. Attacking is Williams, and Williams will go to the line. This is exactly what Arlington did to Randall in the first meeting in Texas back on the 9th of February. 20 free throw attempts to just 4 for Arlington in that game. So we're tied again at 14 apiece. Morgan Fletcher over to Bacon. In the corner, it's Mays given space. Airballs the 3. Williams the board. Ramon Beatty swung back in the corner to Ramon. Cross court, this is Gonzalez to the cutter Williams. Williams gets it over Chalfant. Arlington 4 straight. Bacon into the forecourt. Here's Mays on the near side. The floater by Fletcher off the side of the iron. Rebound, Carmen Williams. Going quickly, throwing it up, and missing was Stanford. And it goes out of bounds, last touched by Arlington. Arlington won the Southwest region, their 5th straight region title. 106-97 over Manhattan Christian in overtime. That game was a lot closer than that score, though. Chalfant ties it. Gonzalez, couple of fakes, throws it up, can't get it to go. Chalfant the rebound. Good defense there from Randall. Both of these teams play tough non-conference schedules, NAIA's D2s. They're going to get a foul called on Williams. And that will be the first on Arlington. Both teams with a team foul, just about 2.5 in. Chalfant bricks it. Rebound by Williams. Here comes Stanford in the offense. Randall sprints back. Beatty, couple of fakes, and she'll be called for steps. Randall will get it back. These two teams meeting in the ACCA final for the 4th time in 5 years. Megan Malloy, former assistant and player, won the ACCA over Arlington in 2014. She also won in 2013. Chalfant, 2 more. Attacking is Williams, and Chalfant upset because she knew she wasn't ready for it. You got to be ready. Arlington's pushing on a make or a miss. Chalfant picks up her 2nd. 2 team fouls on Randall. Carmen Williams back at the line. 1 out of 2. Fletcher into the forecourt. Burns, top of the key. Bacon swings it out to Mays for 3. Lane's come into the game fighting for the rebound, and she gets the foul call. Draws the foul on Arlington. Correction. I was going to say it was on Ramon. It is on Ramon, so I had it right. Shaylin Lane, the senior, just 5'2", shot rejected by Williams. Gonzalez on the push, throws it up, yes. Arlington goes up by 1. Mays. Bacon for 3, missed it short. Gonzalez the rebound. Gonzalez, 2 defenders on her. Stanford's got an open look. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound, and jump ball called. Possession arrow favors Randall. The press for Arlington is on. Fletcher. No trouble for Fletcher. Bacon over to Mays. Bacon on the left. Burns in the corner, 9 to shoot for Randall. Top of the key, it's Lane. Lane with 2's got a hoist that's blocked. Gonzalez takes it away. Here comes Arlington. 3 on 2. Gonzalez over 2 defenders. No. Got the rebound. The putback is short. Gonzalez will swing it out. Open look for 3. Beatty, no. That's going to be last touch by Arlington. Both teams with 2 team fouls. Nearing the midway point of this second quarter, and a timeout. Neither coach is happy right now. We got a good one, though. 19-18, Arlington by 1. We'll be back. So Randall with the basketball. Kirshima glad to be back with you out of the timeout, nearing the midway point of this second quarter. Lane in the corner. The bounce pass over to Bacon. Here's Fletcher. Pass deflected. Deja Stanford with the steal. Stanford to the bucket. Draws the foul and got it to go. A little dipsy-do from Deja. And the 63% free throw shooter will go to the line. Try to make an old school 3-point play. Deja Stanford assist to turnover ratio is 2.3. Three-point play complete. Some shuffling for Randall. Wells is back out there, 22 in blue. Lindsay Moniz coming into the game. She's got the basketball here. Bacon, Wells, top of the key, catch and shoot for Burns. Yes. Tiffany Burns, 16 points in the first meeting. She's played well for Randall, helping her team to a 1-point deficit. Beatty thought about it, drives right around the defense, too strong off the glass. How many layups have we seen Arlington miss? A rare sight from the Patriots. Burns, nifty crossover, out to Lane for three. Yes! 6 straight for Randall. Jayla Lane, 33% three-point shooter, hitting the big shot in the big game. Williams, Beatty, open look Gonzalez, the corner three, no. Chased down by Wells. Burns, here's Lane. Spinning, rejected by Beatty. Beatty is 5'8", 38 blocks, 2.2 per game. Four team fouls on Randall, 2 for Arlington, 3:37 to go in the second quarter. Williams to the cutter, Gonzalez off the mark. Here's Wells. Burns turns on the Jets. Can't get it to go, but she's fouled. I don't know why these two teams didn't play last year. Cliff McDaniel, Megan Malloy. I'm not even going to get to watch the games probably, but y'all need to schedule each other, even if Randall's moving up in the world. These two teams battle so hard against each other. It's almost a shame. 4-point game, 26-22. Stanford to the cutter, Beatty from Gonzalez, the turnaround shot. Unable to get it to go. Wells, another, make sure it's another one and done. Moniz, the pass, gets it back. The spacing over there, if it was a little bit better, we would have seen a three hoisted, but the players just a little bit too close to one another. See what I mean? Good spacing that time on the baseline. Moniz doesn't get it to go, but you like that. That's the kind of spacing you need against the zone. Driving is Stanford. Another layup that's short. Credit Wells in the defense. Patriots have missed some point-blank ones, but in the corner, Burns fakes the three, but traveled. Deja Stanford running the point. Gonzalez. Here's Gayton from Steph Curry range. That's going to be well short. That's going to go off the foot of an Arlington player. It's Williams who touched it last. She was out of bounds. Pushing on the far side. Bacon over to Wells in the corner. Cross court, Burns, extra pass, Moniz, an air ball. And Burns unable to save it. Lindsay Moniz shoots 47% from three-point range. I would venture to guess that's her first air ball of the season from that spot. Stanford to Gonzalez. Gayton the screen around the world. Hand off to Stanford. Traveling is called. 1:29 left to go. These are teams. Arlington averages 89.3 points per game. Randall 76. We're in the 20s. They're too good defensively. But those stats cancel each other out. Another layup missed for Carmen Williams and the Patriots. Lane tries it again, too strong. Credit Beatty for closing out, but Arlington unable to come up with the board. Hiroshima, glad to be with you. Don't forget, we got the YouTube chat going. Feel free to give me a shout. Get some well wishes out to the players if you want to. Here's Bacon, scoops it up, offensive foul. I should say Chris Sheeman and what's left of my voice. Starting to sound like 1986 Lucille Ball. You know, Desi Arnaz was a tremendous man, and I loved him dearly. I do that stupid joke every year. Here's Gonzalez on the right side. Stepping into a three and hitting. That ends a long scoring drought for Arlington. 6-second difference between, well, the shot clock hasn't started yet. Trouble with the inbound. Randall's got a call for time. We're going to step aside as well. .32.5 seconds left. So just a couple second difference between game and shot clock. Saints can hold here if they want. Ideally look for the best shot. 1 point game. It's been low scoring, but it's been a fun one. Bacon with 12. Here's Wells. Burns drives, scoops it. Yes! 5 seconds left to work with for Arlington. Deja Stanford fires. Yes! Incredible speed. Get her on the track and field. 28-27. Randall with the 1 point lead as we go to the locker room. We'll take a 15-minute halftime break. Come back and bring you the second half. It should be a fun one. Don't go too far. Third quarter of the 2018 ACCA Women's Championship game is underway. As you see, Arlington by one over, Randall by one over Arlington. Chris Shima, glad to be with you once again. Low shooting percentages in the first half as Gonzalez gets the scoring party started here in this third quarter. Arlington was just 8 out of 40 in that first half, 20% from the field. 30% from Randall. Two players in double figures. Gonzalez now with 14 after hitting that three. And those layups that Arlington missed in the first half really bit them. Tiffany Burns in double figures for Randall. She's got 10 points. Olivia Wells, just 2 points, but 10 rebounds in that first half already. Catch and shoot, Fletcher for three. So the offense has picked up. Here's Gayton in the corner for Arlington. Beatty underneath, Williams for two. Ping-ponging lead changes. Score was tied 6 times, 7 lead changes in the first half. We've already had 3 lead changes here. That's a travel on Mays. So we've heard from Netta, also Renee Davila. I butchered her poor daughter's name yesterday. I got the roster from the website, and it said Tiana Wazik. So that's what I printed off. But it's not. It's not that. And I'm sorry, Renee. Please forgive me. Good to have everybody who's watching. You can feel free to chat with us on YouTube, on the YouTube chat, or hashtag ACCA Sports. For the most part, I know pretty much everybody just kind of settling in, want to watch this one. Stanford to Beatty, spinning in the lane, yes. Arlington's largest lead was by 4, same with Randall. Now a deflection and a turnover by the Saints. Arlington's not going to shoot 20% for the game, though. We can see they're looking a lot crisper on offense already. Here's Williams. Gonzalez dribbles to the near side. That 3 ball off the mark from Williams, I believe, and it goes out of bounds, they say, so the ball goes back to Randall. Falling down is Jones. Luckily for her, Arlington touched it last. Oh, no. Fletcher trouble with it, and sloppy start for Randall out of the locker room. Stanford. Here's Williams on the left. This is Gayton. Williams with the fake, drives in, lost the handle on it, and is called for steps. Mays goes out. Izzy Bacon coming back in for the Saints. Izzy in the first half was 0 for 3. Tie up. They're going to call a jump ball, I believe. No, they called a foul. So contact was made. Deja Stanford, first personal. First team foul as well. Randall, 2 out of 2 from the free throw line in the first half. Arlington, 9 of 11, just like the first meeting. Here's Wells. Jones. Jones tried for the crossover, deflected out. Burns the pull-up, yes. 36-35. Williams dared to shoot. Short on the 3. Beatty tipped it, but Wells pulls down the rebound. kind of tricks do the Saints have up their sleeve? Hard-nosed defense here today. Has them within one. Burns fakes the three. She'll pull back. Jones throws it up. Got it over Beatty. That's lead change number 11. Deja Stanford to Gonzalez. Oh, my. I love those rainbow threes that Zeta comes up with. 12th lead change. It's almost like I don't want to equate it to baseball, but it's almost like a knuckleball. It just kind of hangs in the air and comes down on you, that three-point shot. I bet you at some point somebody tried to get her to change her shot, too. Fletcher ties us. Eighth tie in the game. Gonzalez cutting is Williams, and she's held. Team foul number 1 on Arlington. That's 3 fouls on Wells, so she's going to have to be careful. Deja to inbound it. Gonzalez on the near side, guarded by Bacon. Zeta gets a screen. Nice screen by Beatty, and Zeta with another triple. Fletcher into the circle, into the lane, banks it off the glass. 1-point game. Up and down we go. All of a sudden, it's a shootout. Two teams combined for 19 out of 57 shooting in the first half. Foul going to be called. Gayton on her way. Fletcher picks it up. 2 on Fletcher, 2 on Randall. Mays is out. Mays comes into the game, I should say. Chalfant, good first half off the bench for her. She had 6 points, 2 boards. Now it's a steal by Randall. Here's Burns coast to coast. Yes. Lead change. Lucky number 13. Williams steps to the elbow, rims it in. It's a ping pong match between two heavyweights. Jones out of control. Beatty rips it away. Gayton on the near side of your screen. Williams underneath. Beatty scoops it up. Gets the friendly bounce. Arlington by 3. Jones splits the defense, over aggressive on a reach there from Stanford. I believe correction is Beatty. So both teams with 2 team fouls. Beatty picks up her second. I've been riding the officials quite heavily this tournament. Let me say, this has been a well-officiated game. They have let the players decide it. Jones steps into a 3. A lot of misses in the first half, so a lot of up and down action. Deja Stanford got it to go. Arlington by 5. Fletcher to Mays. This is Jones underneath Chalfant. It's ripped away, but Gonzalez was out of bounds. 3:15 to go. Quick moving third quarter. Those of you looking for the men's championship, the third place game on the guys' side went into double overtime. So we are way behind. Gayton Bump from behind on her. That's her first. 3 team fouls on Arlington, 2 for Randall. 3:14 to go in the quarter. Strong move to the bucket. Burns draws contact, so she'll go to the line. 4 quick team fouls on Arlington. Tiffany Burns, good free throw shooter, 85%. Burns 2 for 2 already today. In a tournament, she's 3 out of 3 overall, make it 4 out of 4. One possession game. Gayton on the near side, it's Stanford. That pass deflected, good defense by Mays. The steal by Fletcher. Fletcher looks to push. Arlington sprints back. Here's Chalfant from the free throw stripe. Short on it, but Williams got a tough angle on the rebound and lost it out of bounds. Last year, Arlington cruised in the championship game over Emmaus, 83-60. Mays triggers the 3 off the side of the rim, and the rebound bounces to Williams for Arlington. Williams goes coast to coast, can't get it to go in the lane. Fletcher, 3-on-3, driving is Lane, and she'll go to the line. Lane, 62% free throw shooter. That's 5 team fouls on Arlington, so Randall in the bonus. Over to final 2:28. Randall just 2 team fouls. They committed 11 first half fouls, so they've calmed down a bit on the over-aggressive play. That's through the hands of Jones. Rihanna Jones checking into the game. Out there with Gonzalez, Williams, Stanford, and Gayton. Stanford. Gayton underneath. Jones has her pocket picked. Here comes Mays flying into the forecourt. Goes to the corner, got trapped, and traveled with the basketball. Either way, it was going to be a turnover. You never want to dribble into a corner, especially if you could see a double team coming. So a turnover for Randall. 14 lead changes, 8 ties here in the championship game. Chris Sheeman, glad to be with you. Inside 2 to go here in this third quarter. Here comes Stanford into the forecourt. Williams, Ramon's out there. She catches in the corner, and looks like we're going to have a foul on the floor on Randall, just their 3rd team foul. Stanford to inbound it. Williams, yes. Arlington back up by 3. Ooh, that's going to be a violation on Jones, who came across the line on the inbound. So Randall will inbound it here. Fletcher back out there. Brings it into the forecourt. She traveled. Traveled because she was held. So a foul on Arlington again. That's 3 now on Ramon. Fletcher is good on the first. Morgan Fletcher, 64% free throw shooter. Averaging about 14 a game. That's what she had in the first meeting between these two teams. Arlington won that by 11 down in Texas. That's going to be last touch by the Saints. So Patriots with the basketball. It's Stanford into the forecourt. Here's Gonzalez. Gonzalez from Steph Curry range. The rainbow, not that time. Jones to Stanford. Williams screams for it. She was all alone and puts it up and in. So Arlington leads by 4. Top of the key, Mays for 3, no. Mays is 1 for 5 from behind the arc. Nearing 30 seconds to go. This is Ramon. Can't get the rim to cooperate. Randall can hold for the final shot here. Mays threaded it. Lane wasn't ready, then Lane got decked. So Lane at the line. Mentioned it earlier, 62% during the season. Chance to cut it now to 2. That's 4 fouls on Ramon. Gayton comes back in for her. So let's see if Arlington holds here for the final shot. Deja Stanford. 5 seconds. Williams can't get the roll. The putback, no. And hang on. The quarter's not done. I think there was a whistle on Randall. So on the attempted putback by Jones, she was fouled. So the fourth quarter not over. Free throws to come here for Jones. I say fourth quarter. Third quarter's not over. Brianna Jones, 57% at the line. Three quarters in the book. Arlington 52, Randall 50. You're watching the 2018 ACCA Women's Championship game. We'll be back from Joplin and Ozark after this. Welcome back, everybody. As you can see, Arlington's won the last 3. Randall 3 before that. These two teams dominating the ACCA Women's Tournament over the last 6 years. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. Start of the 4th quarter. It's anybody's game right now. Good ball movement. Open look, Fletcher. Missed it, back iron. Rebound controlled by Arlington. Arlington has won 2 out of their 3 championships against Randall. Gonzalez draws the foul. Burns can't believe it. She thought she got the tie up, and she might have had a good gripe. Gonzalez at the line. 3 out of 4 today. Zeta had a double-double in the first half with 11 and 10. 14 changes, scoring changes, and 8 ties in this game. 54-50 to Arlington. Full post-game coverage coming up. I know in years past we've talked to a player. I think logistically speaking it's not going to happen this year, but we will bring you the trophy presentation, watch them cut down the nets and all that good stuff. So that's coming up after we're done. Bacon to Mays, top of the key. It's Bacon for 3. Yes. 1-point ball game. Hang on to your wigs and keys. This one's coming down to the wire. Gonzalez, the rainbow, answers back with a 3 of her own. I believe that's her 3rd three-pointer of this second half. Burns to the cutter lane. Turnaround shot off the back rim. Gonzalez the board. Stanford. Beatty spinning over 2 defenders, missed it short. Good defense by Randall there, especially Bacon, who pulled down the rebound. Lane out to Mays. And traveling, the call on Izzy. This is the biggest lead for either team. Both teams have had 4-point leads at various points. Very little separation in this game. Oh, Stanford right around everybody. Couldn't get it to go. Beatty kind of gathered herself, and this is the biggest lead for anybody in the game. 59-53, inside 8 to play in the championship. Men's game at approximately 7 o'clock. Lane for 3, in and out and back in. Randall needed that. 1 possession game again. Stanford underneath Williams, and a foul on the floor. That's 2 on Randall. Three seconds is called on Williams. Randall gets it back. Fletcher into the forecourt. Burns fakes the 3. Nice fake. Extra pass to Bacon. An air ball. Lane saves it out to Mays for 3. Grazes the rim. That's it. Burns a rebound. Bacon over to Mays. Top of the key. Burns for 3. We are tied. For the 9th time here tonight. Turnaround shot is no good. Offensive rebound Beatty to Gonzalez for 2. Mays into the forecourt. That pass deflected and stolen away. Gayton for 2. Lead back to 4 for Arlington. I got my Twitter buddies Rod Reed and El Presidente of Arlington, Danny Moody, checking in. Good to have you guys. More Patriots fans watching. A lot of Arlington fans are here. They've been quiet on the internet because they're loud here. Good Arlington contingency on hand, too. Of course, the men are playing in the championship game right after this one. Beatty over to Gayton. 10 to shoot for Arlington. Williams turns on the Jets right around Mays. Arlington matches its biggest lead. Fletcher, Mays. There's going to be a foul on Arlington. That's their first. It's the second on Gayton. Olivia Wells checking back in. Izzy Ramon back out there for Arlington. Fake by Jones, top of the key. The three-pointer, yes, from Lane. That's her third three-pointer here today. Came in 33%. Stanford walked. Nearing the midway point of the fourth quarter, the championship game coming down to the wire. Jones, here's Lane. Wells thought about it. Lane will try it again. Not that time, the heat check. Stanford. Into the forecourt, Gayton. Beatty has it top of the key. Oh, Beatty, trouble with it. Able to get it back, fortunate. I thought Fletcher was going to take that away. Stanford resets with 9 to shoot. Beatty, entry pass taken away. Great defense on that possession by Randall. Steal by Wells. Wells, step back, short. Kind of got a tough angle on that. Here's Gonzalez, spinning in the lane. She got fouled, gets the bucket. Chance for Arlington to match its biggest lead. That's team foul number 3, I believe, on Randall now. Just 1 so far for Arlington. That's 4 on Tiffany Burns, too. Three-point play is complete, 68-62. All starters for Arlington, Gayton and Beatty, Stanford, Williams, Gonzalez. Jones, Wells, Burns, Fletcher, and Lane, the 5 for Randall. 10 to shoot. Open look, Fletcher. Rebound batted around. Gayton gains control. Full court, Gonzalez, too strong. Offensive rebound, Gayton. Gonzalez swings it out. Stanford traveled. This is an important possession for Randall as we approach 3 minutes. Tie up. Deja Stanford tied up with Fletcher, and the jump ball possession arrow will go back to Arlington. A little wet spot out on the floor. Williams, the turnaround, rims it in. Arlington leads by 8, their biggest lead. We've had 14 lead changes and 9 ties in this game. Randall out of control, Jones. And a frustration foul on Jones. That'll be the 4th on Randall. 2:49 left to go. Surprised we haven't seen a timeout from the Saints. You can feel the momentum starting to change here, and Arlington getting ready to put the finishing touches on this one. If they get a bucket here, Saints will definitely call timeout. Stanford to Williams, left side Gayton. Gonzalez to Beatty. Chalfont's back out there guarding her. Beatty had it poked away, good defense. Mays with the steal. Wells, Lane thought about the 3. That pass almost off the mark. Look out, Stanford almost fouled her. Burns can't get the 3 to go. Wells saves it. Gonzalez gathers, and she's fouled, and fouled hard by Chalfont. So Gonzalez will shoot 2. And things starting to look better and better for the Patriots. Are they going to call an intentional foul or an unsportsmanlike foul? There's no flagrant fouls anymore in the women's games. They're called unsportsmanlike 1s or unsportsmanlike 2s, and this will be an unsportsmanlike 1. It's the same deal, basically. Different things qualify now for that. That's really the only difference. So 2 shots in the ball. I mean, you just can't have that. You can't take that kind of a chance in the championship game. Megan Malloy protesting a little bit, but hey, free throw miss, ball don't lie. Somewhere Rasheed Wallace is out there. One out of 2 for Gonzalez, so ball kind of lied. Now Arlington's going to get the ball. Chalfont comes out of the game. The teams are in the bonus, or excuse me, Arlington's in the bonus now. 5 team fouls on the Saints. So Arlington with the basketball. Approaching 2 minutes. Williams over to Gayton. Williams driving, can't get it to go. Mays looks to push. Mays to the bucket, missed it. Biggest lead for Arlington right now. Looking for a 4-peat. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe this would be the first 4-peat in the ACCA. Certainly in recent memory. That's going to go off the leg of Williams and out of bounds. 1:24 left to go. Mays rejected by Beatty. The throw ahead from Deja to Beatty. Beatty, yes. And Arlington on their way to wrapping this one up. Unbelievable. The Patriots. Think about 4 straight titles. That 3 is off the mark. And a check. Gonzalez will go to the line. Chance to put a little extra frosting on the cake in what will be an Arlington championship, their 4th on the women's side in a row. Full post-game coverage, Patriots fans, coming up. Brianna Jones checking back in for Arlington. For the Saints, congratulations on fantastic careers. Kahara Mays, Morgan Fletcher, Tiffany Burns, and also Shaylin Lane, who did all she could today to keep her team in it. 49.7, timeout. We'll be right back. So Randall will have the basketball here as we wind down this one. Bacon able to get the 3, so hold your horses. 75-65, Gonzalez is going to be fouled, and Randall will extend the game. It would take a miracle, but I watched Reggie Miller do his thing back in 95 or 96, one of those years, and I have never given up on a game since watching him. John with Spike Lee in New York City. That's the 5th team foul, so Bacon is done. Arlington fans, y'all will get to be together again in Greenville next week. Patriots will try to win the NCCAA title as well as this one for the 3rd straight year. I believe they have won the last 2. Randall will not foul now. So the Patriots, what a job, Cliff, Christy McDaniel. It's just them. I talked to Cliff yesterday, and we were talking about, maybe doing something together, and he said, it's me and my wife. That's all we have there. And, of course, the supporting staff and everybody, but, it's his athletic department. That shot is no good. Arlington gets it back, and we have a 4-peat. It's the Patriots for the 4th consecutive time. Arlington over Randall for the ACCA championship. Unbelievable. The most consecutive, as far as we can tell, ever in the ACCA, men's or women's. And the 2 teams will meet. We're going to step aside briefly. We'll come back, bring you all the post-game festivities and the celebration and trophy presentation and all that good stuff coming up next.
At this time, Dan Hobestall with the ACCA Board of Directors will present the runner-up trophy to Randall University. And presenting the National Championship Trophy, Dan Hobestall, to Arlington Baptist University. Members of Arlington Baptist, Kira Caton, Tiana Davia,
Don't need it.
Izzy Ramon, Kayla Buddy, Deja Stanford, Abigail Wasson, Cynthia Cato, Carmen Williams, Rihanna Jones, Zaida Gonzalez, Aisha Diggs, and Sky Roach. The head coach for the Patriots, Clinton McDaniel, assisted by Christy McDaniel and Hannah McCoy. And your 2018 ACCA Tournament MVP, Zaida Gonzalez.
Kurshima, glad to be with you again. Arlington Baptist winning the 2018 ACCA Women's Championship. It's the fourth straight year for this team as you see them cutting down the net. We're going to wrap things up here. Our coverage will continue in about 25 minutes or so, maybe a little bit sooner than that. Just check back. So Arlington fans, your men's team will be playing in the championship game against Kansas Christian, and again, that's coming up, I'd say, about 20-25 minutes. Once again, Arlington defeats Randall, their rival, 77-65. The Patriots, the champions of the ACCA. We'll talk to you again here in just a little bit. Thanks for watching, everyone.